War after war has scarred Fiara, altering the tides of power across much of the continent. In Nortender, a fragile hope for peace drives the efforts to rebuild a ravaged kingdom. A new beginning dawns for the Morhir, as their new settlement finally takes shape, while the orcs realize the dream of the great Khal in Bargagor. The dwarves carry on in their stronghold below the mountains, and the exalted father rules quietly over the dark elf. The Throne Hall, the inviolable inner sanctum of Greykeep. Here lies Nortender's seat of power, the seat from which her sovereign strikes accords and passes judgment. There is a certain hush to the cavernous hall and its many passages, as if the legacy of kings and queens fills the expanse with dignified certainty.
Time to file a report. I should request an audience with the Queen.
and that's it. I intend...
That is commendable. So,
Yes.
and he...
Yes.
I don't understand. If only a corrupted...
It's hard to understand if you're not Aliani. I mean, we Aliani believe that us Shaperkin are ultimately powerless. We're subject to patterns, forces beyond our... And the most dominant of those patterns is Jakku. Trying to resist...
What an inspirational...
As I said, I intend to prove them wrong. You Nortandians have proven twice that the omens of Jakku can be broken. You defeated Lacane and stopped the plague. In my opinion...
And how do we...
If I may, we already know one of them, don't we?
Well, there's no way to be sure, but
We will assume she is one... Very well. This is more than I had hoped for.
So we...
I'm afraid it's not that simple. With that masked woman and Rondar Lacane, it was obvious.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that, according to the scrolls, some corrupted wars, famines, maybe even something as simple as being at the...
That doesn't make it any easier. Even if all this about Jakku and corrupted is true. Kaiawu said it himself. Even with the...
And therein...
Actually, I might know a way, but I need to...
Do that. There is still work to be done before we can restore the mosaic. Let me know once you've looked into all the trails.
Fair enough. Let's see if Wraith managed to get in touch with the Black Company's leader yet.
General.
Did you hear back from the Black...
Good of you to ask. Yes, I have. And he agreed. Oh, never mind.
What is it?
I wanted to ask you for a favor. Someone I have a score to settle with.
Who?
She. Remember how I told... I have reason to believe that they're dead. I promise you that there'll be no bloodshed. At least not if I can help it. I know. Thank you. Let me know when we can settle.
War after war has scarred Fiora, altering the tides of power across much of the continent. In Nortender, a fragile hope for peace drives the efforts to rebuild a ravaged kingdom. A new beginning dawns for the Morhir, as their new
Finally, some action.
As Wraith orders the cohort to a sudden stop after a 2-day journey through the swamps of Lar, you cast him a questioning glance. He points to a mountain in the distance, towering towards the white blue sky. We're here. A moment passes before you notice the opening at the foot of the mountain, like a crack in the hull of an insect's egg. If there's information on those masked elves, then this is where we'll find it.
How long has it been?
4 years.
I'm still surprised these guards let us through no...
As I said, the Exalted Father is on good terms. In other words, as long as we conduct ourselves respectfully,
Are we free to talk?
Yes. Though you can expect them to be reserved. It used to be. But make no mistake, though, the realm is merciless by human standards. Any kind of
Fair enough.
I arranged a meeting place. Come on.
What's the latest? Look out!
Sounds like a plan.
Yes. Keep it up. Who were they?
Derelicts, probably. Outlaws.
The communes.
Yes. If you flee your commune, you become a derelict, an outlaw. Let's move on.
Yes.
Where to?
Look at that. A highbrow.
Are they talking about us?
About you. Just ignore them.
Go ahead.
A pale blood. We don't get many these days. What can I give you to...
Who are you?
You're right, because I'm not...
And yet the guards let you trade.
They do. I guess I can be quite...
Let me see your...
Of course.
Axes, daggers, swords, everything for the wearing. What's the latest?
Yes?
So, what's the plan?
General?
Yes?
I'm listening. Who's this? What do we have here?
Humans? Huh.
Probably traders.
Yeah, probably.
Interesting.
Of course, take a look.
This way. Need me?
Pleasure doing business with you. Come again. I'll get new wares by the next moon's turn. The best wares from Qualaya to Nortander.
What do we have here?
You know it. Where are we going?
Hmm. Guess the smith isn't here.
But look, there's a note on his workbench. Gone hunting? That's not very helpful.
Well, maybe he'll be back later.
There. That's her. Scythe.
Sure.
Make it good.
What's the latest? You know it.
Wraith, you have some nerve.
And you have some nerve threat.
What by
The blood burn. You knew it would come, and yet you...
Really? I had as much reason to doubt the blood burn as you had.
No indicators.
Almost identical to the red fever, yes. Swollen limbs, blisters, bleeding. Yes, I agree. We should have known it was something else by the time it hit. The only difference is that you refused. And even when you finally realized what you had done, you didn't face your error. No. You simply abandoned the realm and the Exalted Father altogether. And
What are you talking about?
ask your friend, Paleblood.
Who are you?
We worked together 3 years ago.
Let's all calm.
Shut your mouth, Paleblood. You should be glad.
I'm not coming with you, Scythe. You're...
You're giving out orders? A derelict to a seer of the intent.
Look, whatever happened between you, there is no, believe it or not, we're on a mission to prevent something bad from happening.
Mission? Huh. Now get out of my sight.
Thank you. I shouldn't have provoked...
Will you finally...
I can, if you want. Either way, let's focus on the mission now.
Just give the word.
This is it.
There's...
He'll be here in a...
Brother! How long has it been?
Not long enough.
As friendly as ever. So, this is the new Tahar?
Ellen's reigns. Catrith? Catrith Virtarth?
I didn't realize I had elven fans. Oh, wait. You're the elven vagabond, aren't you? Neria?
This man is a criminal. He fought for Rondar Lacane during the Purity Wars. Give me one reason why...
After our fight, one of my men found me and saved me. What matters is that my affair with death made me put some things into perspective.
So you...
It's what I do for a living. So I But the Black Company... Look, I'm not saying that we're trying to save the world. Shit like now. Can we stop with the dramatic... Which is why the Black Company will reduce its...
For an entire garrison? That's a steal.
It's enough to cover our expenses.
Great. On to the point. Do you know anything about a group of rogue sleepers that siphons civilians?
Siphons the souls of... All right, all right. Start from the beginning. Quite the story. And I'm sure I can dig up some good information on them. However, I want your help first. My daughter, Sarob...
Fine.
She fled her commune. After I encouraged her...
She's become a...
Yes. After I sent her a letter reminding her that life is too short to spend it Now, I want to find out where the hell she went, but I need to keep my head down.
Why do you keep calling?
We were in the same pack back...
You mean you grew up together?
Yes. Though that doesn't mean that we're close. Technically, every child who grew up in the same...
Though I do have a special place in your...
Of course.
Why do you need to keep your head down?
Well, half of my men are derelicts who deserted the Strength, the Exalted Father's army.
Catras was a high-ranking officer in the Strength before he chose to run away and found the Deathmen. There's about...
Though that was 20 years ago, it's not as if there are headhunters stalking me around every corner. Why do you always have to be so dramatic?
If you're wanted...
Sarobi. Once I know she's safe and sound, I'll leave. Probably even for great...
What about...
Bad subject. Let's not go there.
So your daughter knows you? Wraith told...
Concoction that erases their memory, yes.
So she doesn't remember you?
She doesn't. But I remember her. All those people. They know nothing but the crap the realm's been spoon-feeding them from the day they were born. Live, obey, die, that's it. They'll never hear the sound of a Finn and me. All they'll remember when they die are these goddamn caves, the pointed roofs of the temples, and the bloody smell of moss and mold. So even if my daughter doesn't...
Noble words, Catras. I'm surprised...
What did you write in that letter?
Just that I wanted to have a proper... Which she did. As my men told me, Sarobi hasn't been seen in the communes for over a fortnight now. However, find her, and I'll look into that murderous sleeper cult of yours.
What is your daughter?
Tall, slender, long white hair, bit of a pointy nose. Last time we saw him was near the southern precipice. He's tall, has chin-long hair.
Good to see you again, General.
What's your opinion of...
You do know I'm standing right here.
Nice try, General. I know better than to gossip while...
You wanted to discuss...
Ah, yes.
Invest?
For our superior service, yes. But we could do even more for you.
Okay.
It's simple. The company only...
Crap down.
Yes. Our alchemists need it for a myriad of things. All you have to do is keep an eye out for it on your travels.
I'll let you...
Fantastic. Good luck, General.
I'll be going.
Farewell.
All right. Let's find that boy, Tevos. I know the way.
We meet again, pale blood.
Let me see.
Of course.
Looking for potions and scrolls? I'm sure I have just what you need.
Yes! Yes, yes, yes! It's about time you showed up.
You were expect.
Of course! You think I posted that ad for shits and giggles, that I was hiding in the bushes waiting for someone to read it so that I could go...
He must be.
Oh, come now. There's no need to be shy. The name's Gildan Varys, second lieutenant of the Exalted
General Arev, commander of the Wolf Guard. What's this?
General? Funny name to give someone. But who am I to judge? Can't say I've heard of the Wolf Guard either. But I suppose it will do. So congratulations, you're in. But no time for celebrating. We need to get to work, apprentice. William won't summon himself.
Who?
Oh, look at you asking insightful questions. Good.
Tiara's breath just to answer.
Impatience is not a virtue, apprentice. Anyway, William is my demon. Or will be. The ritual awaits. I was going to do it alone, but I'm glad I will.
Why are you so...
I know to your human eyes, I may look as svelte as a kid straight out of the communes, basking in his... As such, I need help around the house. Laundry, dishes...
Ew.
I know I might regret asking this.
No. Not since my revour passed. The house...
I thought...
I understand your concern for me, but... And how do I know? If there's one thing gods love as much as the Exalted Father...
Okay,
That's what I like to hear. Take a look at this. I've been scratched...
This must be ancient.
Hmm? Oh, no. That's just the dandruff. Don't mind that. What's important is what it says. We only get one shot at this, apprentice. My William is counting on you. My apprentice. I hope you studied hard. I'll start the incantations, you handle lighting the stone.
Yes.
Interesting.
What happened? Apprentice General, what did you do?
They killed one of our heroes!
As Wraith orders the cohort to a sudden stop after a 2-day journey through the swamps of Lar, you cast him a questioning glance. He points.
My apprentice. I hope you studied hard. I'll start the incantations, you handle lighting the stones. Apprentice General?
As Wraith orders the cohort to a sudden stop after a 2-day journey through the swamps of Lar, you cast him a questioning glance. He points to a mountain.
What happened? Apprentice General, what did you do?
As Wraith orders the cohort to a sudden
Yes! That's it! You did it! Good work! I knew you!
You helped drag me back. Wait, Gildan summoned you before. He won't leave me alone.
Now, William, that's enough. I think you've mastered all there is for me to teach you, Apprentice General. Here, your...
Well, that was unexpected.
Hobby necromancy never ends well.
Wraith orders the cohort to a sudden stop after a 2-day journey through the swamps of Lar. You cast him a questioning glance. He points to a mountain in the distance, towering towards the white blue sky. We're here. A moment passes before you notice the opening at the foot of the mountain, like a crack in the hull. Wraith orders the cohort to a sudden stop after a 2-day journey through the swamps of Lar. You cast him a questioning glance.
can't see anybody.
Damn it.
Well met, my friend. A refreshing sight to see a pale blood in these caves.
You said you can help us. We're looking for someone. A young...
Yes, I know the dream dust addict. Who knows? Maybe some coin or your help with the delicate matter could help jog my memory.
What do you...
Oh, nothing too taxing. Do you see that trader over there? I only need you to deliver these... I can't leave my wares unattended. Look, there's no catch to... Right away. Thank you, Pale Blood. I'll be back already.
Show me your ware.
Of course. Take a look.
We meet again, Pale Blood.
Someone asked me.
Oh, my, aren't they beautiful? May I...
Kel.
Him? Will you bring him this as a token? Thank you, Pale Blood. You're a treasure.
Back already?
We did as you asked.
You did?
She wanted...
A gift for a gift? Well then, I found it down in the swamps. Tevos comes here every morning to get his daily sniff of dust.
Any idea where...
someplace with... And yes, since...
We can handle ourselves.
I knew you were going to say that. Well then, here you go. Pleasure doing business with you.
You've had your warning, Tevos. More than one.
But I told you, I just need one more day. There's this new boy in the commune.
What's going on here?
None of your goddamn business now, unless you're here to pay us the money this...
Aren't you a likable fellow?
We're agents of the Queen.
Oh, really? And assuming that were true, why the fuck would we care? We don't give a shit about...
If you're cooperative, we could put in
a good word? Sure. Whoever you are, I know a liar when I see one. Boys, kill 'em.
They killed one of our heroes.
No.
It was you or them. That your way of...
He's worried that the dust cinder...
Damn right it...
These were armed
I pray to Nor...
We're looking for a friend of yours.
Sarobi.
Let me guess.
We were. But I messed up. And after that she became... strange. When that weird woman started showing up, it only got worse.
How'd you mess up?
If you want us to find Sarobi, then we need the full story.
Fine. I stole...
To pay for your drug.
Yes! Damn it! To pay... For a while, I made her believe it was... I told her this had nothing to... But it wasn't! It's not so hard to... I loved her. And I still do. If it weren't for that goddamn dust...
How long have you been a dust at?
Too long. Of course I did. Dozens of times. She refused to even speak to me.
I see.
Okay.
So, members of...
Well, the Overseers don't exactly encourage...
As I said, General, the idea is to let the pack do its thing. Relationships and sexuality are natural processes.
What do you mean?
Withdrawn. Moody. She'd spend hours in the training rooms, slashing away at the dummies as though she was trying to butcher them. She'd snap at everything. And when she wasn't training, she was in the library reading the Exalted Father's... Frankly, it was... disturbing.
I see. If you knew so...
Not really. They say that all the more reason to be worried.
Somehow I doubt that.
When did you split up?
That was... I don't know.
You don't remember...
I do, but... The dust...
What weird...
She was from intelligence. A mage. Whenever she came to the commune, she would take Sarobi aside for special training. Apparently, she taught her advanced magic. Something about the veil.
The veil?
It's the fabric between dimensions. It's the art of glimpsing into other realities. Or even transporting elements of them into ours.
How?
To interact with the veil, one needs a special kind of talisman, which allows the Arcanist to... And if one does alter it, it leaves a trail which we could follow.
I might have an idea.
You're joking.
All right. The crypts. I saw them bury a high-up from the intelligence recently.
Worth a try.
Fine.
Good luck. Just make sure she's all right, will you?
All right then. Let's get down into the swaps. The tunnels are probably our best bet.
Those look like... moles.
Did they kill those fire?
I think that's your answer.
They killed one of our heroes. They killed one of our heroes.
I'm listening.
Make it good.
Need me?
Helen's Reigns. It's huge.
Kill it!
They killed one of our heroes.
I guess this is the graveyard. Why is it outside the city?
The Dark Elves don't worship their dead like humans or elves do. The body is a means to an end. Once the spirit is gone, it's just a hull.
That must be it.
A defense mechanism. Probably only relatives and other the latter are usually given access to these crypts.
Aren't you one?
Used to be. But we should take a look at these graves.
All right. Must be it. It's low.
That looks good. Hold it when we approach the crypt door.
What's the latest? You know it. Really?
That must be it.
A defense mechanism. The latter are
Aren't you one?
Used to be.
All right.
Try to keep up.
Really? Interesting. That must be it.
A defense mechanism. The latter are usually given access to these crypts should the bodies be required for necromancy.
Aren't you one?
All right.
Stay close. Yes. That's me.
What's this?
Further down the stairs, you come to a portcullis. As you turn the crank controlling it, you notice Wraith standing motionless, an expression on his face as though looking at a faraway landscape. He frowns as your eyes meet. "Let's find the vinculum," he says and walks past you.
Chilly.
Welcome to Karlabrock. Let's find the vinculum. There, that must be it. Receiving a vinculum is a great honor for every mage of the intelligence. Seems like this one wanted everyone to know just how influential he was.
Guardians. Where did that firewall come from?
Another defense mechanism. Wager.
Can we dispel it?
Wait, how? Put it on.
Ellen's reins. What are these lights?
Fractures.
Fascinating or not?
In this reality, yes, but a fracture allows... And since there must be a reality where this firewall hasn't appeared, all we have to do is find a fracture into such a reality and conjure that version of the room into ours.
Well then, let's...
You infuse it with a bit of magic once you're near the fracture. It's fairly intuitive if you're a mage.
Lever?
Interesting. See what it does.
out!
A visitor from another dimension?
One where something awoke an undead down here, yes. I told you, conjuring is a gamble.
It worked.
Fractures over fractures.
The architects of the crypt might have hidden the lever in another dimension, so that they could disarm the trap, but a grave robber couldn't. Too bad that they didn't count on us being mages. Now come, let's get out of here and look for Catrus's daughter.
As Wraith orders the cohort to a sudden stop after a 2-day journey through the swamps of Lar, you cast him a questioning glance. He points to a mountain in the...
Well then, what now? How do we find out where Sir...
Carrying a vinculum changes...
Traces?
You'll see.
Was I the only one who just saw that?
No. The fracture allowed us a glimpse into the...
Mushrooms.
Lots of them. Probably provisions. She might have stolen them from the farm to prepare for her escape from Calabrot. Let's look for more fractures. All of them combined might help us to find out where she went.
Oh, what kind of potion is that? It smells disgusting.
Could be Grarit. It's a plant extract you rub on your skin to repel swamp bugs.
So, she headed for the Lorrainian swamps. That's good to know.
Yes, but half of Lar is swampland. We need more to go.
Pale blood. A word? Back already?
What do you want now?
I would like you to deliver more gifts for my fair lady over there. The flower...
Another delivery? You know...
You still don't get it. I can't just...
Fine.
Thank you, Pale blood.
You don't even have...
Well, I mean, I can't simply leave my wares unattended to get them myself.
All right.
3 things. A gold necklace to complement her delicate neck. A bottle of the finest perfume from Kalaya, and a cluster of fresh...
Idariag?
Yes, they're a
Can't say that I...
Oh, then you must try it sometime. A perfect offering for my fair lady. If you can
What?
How should I know? No one else will be...
Uh-huh. A gold...
And it's not supposed...
I see. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Pale Blood. Pay close attention to her reaction when you give them to her. Let me know once you have.
We meet again, Pale Blood.
I have enough.
What's this? My, how extravagant. Cologne perfume? A bold choice. I am curious.
It was Kel.
Him? I'd like to meet my mysterious suitor. I will be waiting. You're a treasure, Pale Blood.
Back already?
She wants to meet you outside the city.
Oh, this is excellent news, Pale Blood.
What about your work?
No, take my wares. Take it all. I must go to her.
Well.
Thank you. Ah, before I forget, your payment.
Did he just call you a treasure?
Yeah, I have a bad feeling about this.
Maybe we should follow him.
Make sure he's not in over his head.
Maybe.
Oh, my fair lady. We meet at last.
Yes, come to me.
Those raids!
What? No. Help!
Kill it!
No, say...
A demon, yeah.
And to think, I spent all... I need to get back to my wares. Farewell.
Spear. It looks orcish.
Why on ear would she buy an orcish spear?
I have no idea. Let's keep looking.
Key and a chest. Perfect. Let's see if it's empty.
Makes sense. If this was her stash, she took... Use the vinculum. If we get lucky, it will conjure a version of the chest that hasn't been opened yet. So?
A map. And there's a route drawn on it. Do you think that's where she...
Well, this map was drawn in another reality. Let's get back to Catras. He'll want to know about this.
yourself a deal.
Sounds like a plan.
Over here.
That way? You got it.
You! Yes, you! Over here!
You wanted to speak to...
Shh! You're a little young to be out of the communes. Why aren't you with...
That's why I want to speak.
You're running away, aren't you?
Not so loud! My name's Devlas. Yes, I left my commune. I'm trying to leave this whole I've already forged the documents I need to get out of here. But they need an official insignia. Without it, they're useless.
What's so bad?
You mean aside from the fact that we're forced to compete with each other? A flock of I've always been good with letters. But if someone broke my hand, sabotaged my chances, I'd sink. And do you know what's waiting for us at the end of it? Servitude. I don't want...
If it's so bad, why don't more...
The exalted father has perfected the whole blasted system.
So what?
No. The intelligence would figure out what's going... All you have to do is convince him to make a fake and then bring it...
Fine.
Lord be praised. Thank you. The smith should be at his workshop. I'll wait here in the meantime. Thank you again.
You there, Paleblood. Come over here for a moment, will you?
Here we go again.
I did. So shameless.
What is it?
Don't worry, you're not in trouble. Say, Paleblood, what would you say to making a...
We're not interested.
Are you sure? If you're worried about disturbing, all you have to do is let me know if you have any interesting information to pass on. In exchange, a little gold.
I'm only here on...
Your kind. Or come back if you hear anything juicy. I'll be here.
Guess the smith isn't here.
But look, there's a note on his workbench. Gone hunting? That's not very helpful.
Well, maybe he'll be back later.
Come again. May Tiara bless your path. You're an adventurer, aren't you? Come take a look. I'm sure I've got something that might spark your interest.
Me house, balls, you look like shit. Did you wrestle a troll?
A graveyard's more like it. But I think we know where your daughter is.
The Crimson Mire. Blazes, what bollocks is this? I told her to meet me just...
Could have something to do with the orcs.
What orcs?
You don't know?
Of course I do, I just like to play dumb. No, I don't know. What orcs are you talking about?
Well, when that Circle Mage orc, Gore, proclaimed the unification of the tribes, not all orcs went along.
Ah, that's news. And it explains the orcish spear Sarobi bought at the market.
So?
Odd or not, I don't care. I want you to go after her and make sure she's all right.
How are we supposed to find her?
That's the upside of our situation. The Mire only has a hand.
Then let's step to it.
Not right away. I didn't expect to leave the city right now, and I need to make some preparations first. Find her. Please.
War after war has scarred Fiora, altering the tides of power across much of the continent. In Nortender, a fragile hope for peace drives the efforts to rebuild a ravaged kingdom. A new beginning dawns for the Morhir, as their new settlement finally takes shape, while the orcs realize the dream of the Great Khal in Bargagor. The dwarves carry on in their stronghold below the mountains, and the Exalted Father rules quietly over the dark elven swamps. It is an era of change, of redefining the old and discovering the new. Amidst the spindly trees and waterlogged decay, signs of the Fleshkin's takeover of the mire are everywhere. A row of sharpened sticks, some adorned with the heads of vanquished enemies and animal carcasses, demarcate the orcs' territory. The trickle of sunlight on the peat moss is the only splash of cheer against the stench of rotted wood and fermented bog.
All right. That's the mire.
I saw a couple of tracks earlier that might have...
Well then, let's step to it.
To challenge us.
Stay close.
Wait, we mean no harm. We...
For Sarah!
They killed one of our heroes!
You! Oi, you! A little help here! Nose claws. What are you doing? What does it look like?
Or Smith?
Do I look like a... Look, why don't we continue this conversation back at my workshop there?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. See that you do.